Yes, let's talk about the Peter Obi's tsunami. You know, the Obidient Tsunami. Can they build a credible party structure before the election? You know,
interesting question. Apart from the game-changing electoral law that we have, because that electoral law has changed the game.
Yeah, okay.
Totally. Apart from that, the only other singular phenomenon that is significant in this upcoming election is this Obi movement. And it is significant for many reasons.
Hold on. Okay. Tell me, see, like I said, I'm here in the UK and all I see is on social media, okay? Correct. So let me ask you the first question. Will you continue what you are saying? Is that tsunami real on ground?
Okay, I will take it on.
Okay.
You see, is a very strong factor for me, not just from the perspective of whether it will win this election or not. I have come, as much as the Obedients do not like to hear that he might not win. From my own experience with politics, you either win or lose, and losing is always part of the option. It can happen. You know, it is significant because we have a third force that is reasonably strong for the past 2 decades. Ab initio, what we have has been, we had a situation before where we have the CNC and AMPP also, which were like 3 or 4 fairly strong parties then. But over time, everything became 2 parties, PDP, APC. And we've been running with that for about 3 elections. But now we have a Labour Party showing up from nowhere and having a candidate that is making the waves. Let's now go into the nature of these waves and how that can dovetail into electoral success or not.
Okay.
If you look at the way our elections have been, it runs on these things called political structure. And these structures are built up right from the ward level, from the ward to the local government to the state to the federal. Now, Labour Party does not seem to have much of that. In fact, I don't think they have a councillor. Anyway, so based on the historical party structure, Labour Party, the show will be a calamity, will be disastrous. And we have seen that already in the 2 Guba elections that we saw.
The last one, Ondo, Oshun.
Oshun, yes. In Ekiti, I think it was about 195 votes. In Oshun, it was 2,000 plus votes.
Yeah.
So those were horrendous. And it goes to show that the structures are not there for the party. Now, here is why the Obidient issue is significant. It is not running on the party. In fact, if you say the only project of Labour Party is Obi, you will not be wrong, because that is the only project it has. When you go to INEC website and you pull up the manifesto, a lot of Nigerians don't even know that the manifestos of the party are actually on INEC website. When you go to INEC website and you pull up the manifesto of Labour, you see that it's a socialist party. And Obi, the candidate, is someone who is more interested in the market.
Yeah.
So if you go from that position alone, there is a disconnect.
Yes, that was my first issue with him going to the Labour Party, because I know he's a market-driven person.
Exactly. So once again, let's move around the zones. I think in the Southeast, structure or no structure, Obi will win.
Okay.
And the sentiment is understandable. It is the sentiment that, you know, there's a word that is common in Nigerian politics now, a miloko, when when the candidate of APC said, but there is actually an Emilokon concept around Nigeria. It's not just about bats.
Okay.
You know, there's a Miloko in the southeast too, saying it is the turn of the southeast.
Okay.
Even the northeast are saying we've never produced a president. Therefore, our local for them too. So it is all those things are there. So in the southeast, it will have no problem. It will clear the southeast.
Okay.
Come to the south. It might make some impact, but I think that significantly the south is still a PDP zone.
Okay.
And things are not changing as fast as to allow a third force to conquer that zone.
Good.
Come to the southwest. In the southwest, isolate Lagos and the rest of the southwest. In Lagos has a huge population of southeasterners.
Yes.
But beyond the southeasterners are also a lot of the middle class who have bought into the obedience movement. See, people are frustrated. They believe that the establishment people have not delivered the dividend of democracy. And they are willing to take a shot at something different.
Okay.
So that is sweeping a lot of middle class into the obedient group in the Lagos area.
Interesting.
So you might see a significant performance of Labour Party in Lagos.
Okay.
In the rest of the Southwest, I do not have a feeling that it has caught on. Of course, there are a few very active, active people on social media who say they are obedient,
Yeah.
But the ordinary citizen on the road, in Ilesha or in Ilorin or in
Ibadan
or in Ibadan, is he obedient? I have not yet seen that feel strongly in those parts. So, which was why I broke Southwest into Lagos and the other part. Now, in the corner, it is not social media that determines voting pattern in the corner. The corner voting pattern is determined by the leaders, religious leaders, political leaders, traditional leaders. Those are the people that drive how people vote in the core north of Nigeria, northwest and northeast. So the question is, are these people driven by the social media? I don't think so. I don't think so. So the chances that the obedient movement will do very well come election, if the election were to hold now, in those places is doubtful. It's doubtful. In the North Central, there is a bit more enlightened voter population in some of the states. In FCT is a PDP enclave. Literally all the local government chairman in FCT are PDP people. And PDP won the election in 2019, even at the presidency, despite the fact that APC is the president. They lost FCT to PDP. So PDP is significantly strong in the FCT.
Okay.
When you come to places like Plateau State, Niger State, in Plateau State, Obidient Group because Plateau is a cosmopolitan environment. So you may have Labour doing fairly well, and fairly well, in my opinion, does not mean that the two bigger parties will not score more than they are going to do in Jos. So as it is today, the obedient movement, in my opinion, this is my opinion, in my analysis
of course,
historical voting patterns and what I understand about these areas, that movement cannot deliver the president.
Yeah, I see. I agree with you. Okay, I agree with you. But see, I'm happy that educated Nigerians are willing to step out from the traditional two parties to look at other candidates. Okay, at least for the presidency. Okay, I hope they will be doing the same thing for other elections, the Senate, the House of Reps, the state House of Reps, and local government and other things. You know, I hope they do that, and I hope either Labour or any meaningful new party are ready to start building their own structure. Okay, like you know, right now without structure, nobody wins an election in Nigeria.
It's difficult. But let me also add, Ekene, that we are still about 8 months to election.
Oh yes. See, I've noticed you say at the moment.
Yes. In politics.
Yes. Good.